I will method act me being dead.
Of course you will. Hello everyone and welcome to tonight's episode of Crimson Skies. It is session 2 of our series. I have no name yet because well, we're still getting used to it. So who knows? I'll name sessions when they go up on YouTube and you can get names for them there. YouTube link I believe is in the doobly-doo down below in the bottom, along with our Instagram and Twitter link. The schedule for the streams is going to change and a whole bunch of other stuff, but we're getting there. We're having some fun and we're kicking ass. Per usual, if you are on your computer or some type of device that allows you to interact with the Twitch overlay, you can go down in the little window screen there, look at the little cool bee in the center of your screen, and if you hover over that, you can see all the names of our characters, their pictures, and you can see their health bars. And because we got a full party, you got to tab over one just to see Viamir. I'll get it right at some point. So, with that, folks, let's see. Announcements. There is no game of the Errant Charlatans this Thursday due to Thanksgiving, but we may run something on the channel for a stream that evening, pretty kind of late. Thursday, that's Thursday. Friday, we will have no Azure Adventurers game. And Saturday, we might have an Azure Adventurers game. We might not. Depends. And Sunday should be our normal scheduled Esper Genesis game. If there aren't games Friday, well, there's no game Friday, and if there's not a game Saturday, I will stream something. There will be something up on the channel, so you don't have to worry. There will be some content being produced. With that, I have no other announcements, other than what'll be said at the end of the evening. That's alright. So, let's just fucking dive right into it. As last week, our crew, all but Awen, as we will meet Awen in just a few moments, the crew found themselves escaping from Fixer's shop, one that is given to him and provided to him by the Mechanics Guild. It was there that Viamir and Law entered while Sincere, Sazia, and Fixer were talking about some upgrades and some repairs needing to be done to Sazia's car. In the rush to evacuate, due to Viamir and Law being chased by some members of the... Let me get the right book out. Nope. Yep. By the Talani family. You guys made your escape with Sazia's car, managing to run down 3 of them and actually outrun the gang as a whole, the members that were chasing you down. When you made it onto the highway, you were accosted by 2 black vehicles with tinted windshields. As they boxed you guys in and tried to run you off the road, you all managed to fight them off. Viamir jumping off Sazia's car and directly onto the car at your rear. And then the rest of you managed to take out the one up front as well by spinning it out on some grease, and they just could not get it back up on the road. A perfect use of a grease spell, if you ask me. At that, you made it to Law's family's estate and worked out a deal with his sister to obtain a series of gladiators for her to use as her personal protection. You were given a total of, I believe, if I remember correctly, 15 gladiators to recruit with a substantial amount of funds. to write in her name. And if any Lanista found their gladiator worth more than that, they were to be tested in whatever way you saw fit. And if they failed, kill them. So, with that job taken underway, along with Sincere getting a little bit of extra coin for making a choker for Anna, you all found your way the next morning, a little hungover, making your way to the air docks here in the city of Oasis, in the country of Hegan. As you make your way to the towering air docks, where you see roughly about 13 different airships, all ranging in different sizes, make durability and military operational standards. As the car pulls up, Sazia putting it into park, the camera pans up to the top, where Awen, you find yourself stepping off of the... to go back... of the Phoenix, the airship helmed by Captain Taggart, a small destroyer in size, but a very fast and very deadly airship itself. Given the task of finding some what could be construed by some members of the crew as marks, as well as some passengers for legitimate business, and any potential recruits who might be looking to lend a hand on the ship. With that, as you step off, you take a breath of air in the hot sun as it beats down upon you, and giving an eye around, you notice the large hanging canopies that cover the air dock, providing a little bit of extra shade to those merchant stalls that are here. You see stalls that are selling airship parts, armor, new cannons, new guns, all new types of weaponry, so they claim, as well as some better forms of armor and maybe some added protections to the ship during combat. You see men selling provisions, you see tailors and leather workers as well. As you look around, seeing all these different men and women of all different races gathered together, selling and hawking their wares, and a thick hum of business going about. What would you like to do?
So, being responsible for finding some passengers, for finding maybe some crew that can help on the ship, not necessarily looking for a vendor, but maybe looking for, I don't want to pass up all of the vendors, but maybe looking for someone selling some sort of equipment, somewhere where a captain or some crew would go, specifically looking for maybe weaponry. See if we can't run into some of the more confrontational bunch. Someone who's going to be more apt to get down and dirty with some of this.
Go ahead and make an investigation check as you start kind of giving a gander around.
All right, investigation. That is a 17 on the dot and a 17 total.
Very nice. Very nice. Looking around, you find yourself at the weapon shop, and inside you notice there seems to be a young Aasimar male sitting there, kind of giving a look over a series of wares, a rather large great sword strung over his back, and a series of tattoos aligning the side of his face and a bit down his neck. He has a handful of he has long golden hair and very bright red eyes. His armor is predominantly black around the chest and a little lower around the stomach, and lined with golds and deep crimson reds, as he wears a white long tunic underneath that kind of tapers down the middle, splitting at the waist, going down as it sits. And he seems to have a pretty good handle on the weaponry out of all those in here. You see a few more trashy looking types in the place, but
as far as what he's wearing, or if there's any sort of emblems or sigils on his armor or wear, is there any way to tell if he's part of a clan or a group or a certain
actually,
area?
your passive perception. 15.
Passive perception is
Okay.
15.
Going off your passive perception, you notice he has a large ruby pendant that hangs around his neck. And in the center of this ruby pendant, you see the image of a dragon. That is a very common symbol with Rixos, one of the 3 prime great old ones that are still very much in favor in this world. As some of the older deities. In terms of there actually being deities, you know there are only 3 altogether, but a total of 4. There is Rixos, who represents the light. There is Astara, who represents the dark. And there is Orbal and Sable, who represent harmony, balance, perfect balance between the light and the dark. He seems to have this dragon emblazoned in the ruby that signifies him maybe as some type of warrior of a great old one that seems to have some favor with.
So seeing that and realizing that he's likely some warrior and knowing that
Rixos,
it's
Rixos,
is that?
Actually, let me give you those.
Rixos.
Rixoz, Rixos.
Rixos. So I will just walk right up to him and kind of bluntly throw it out there and be like, "Aye, sir, you are just the man I am looking for."
He looks over and kind of gives you a look up and down. What kind of part? Shit, I lost the accent and I had it right there too. What kind of person are you looking for, then?
I'd be looking for a warrior just like yourself. I see that pendant that you're wearing there, that dragon. You are a mighty warrior, and I know warriors. I have fought amongst the best, and I'm looking for you, my captain. We got a ship over here, and he's recruiting, and we're looking for some passengers, some crew. He pays mighty fine, and we are in need of your service.
What kind of work is your captain looking to have done?
Well, I mean, you see, we travel. We're sailors, you could say. We're sailors. We entrepreneurs. We like to do a little bit of business. You know, taking goods from one place to another, and you know, sometimes out in the air there, you can encounter some of the cruelest, you know, but I don't think that would be a problem for you. You look like you could hold your own.
But it sounds like to me that you're trying to avoid insinuating yourself as a pirate. Yeah, are you a pirate? Yes.
I would not call myself a pirate, but what do you think about pirates? I mean, you look like you could
Truly
hold your
as
own.
long as the money is good.
Oh, the money is good. I can tell you, you know, my captain's been very generous for me for several years now, and you know, he's always looking out for his crew, and you know, if you've got the time, I'd like you to swing back, and I can take you over. You can meet, Captain Taggart there, and he can tell you a little bit more about what he's planning. He's got some things in the works that many people would find quite interesting.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check. He's definitely giving you a look and seems to be listening.
All right, persuasion. That is a 15 total.
Oh, God, there we are. All right. Yeah, sure. I'll wait for you. There's a small bar here on the upper ring. That's where I'll be when you're ready to leave.
Like I said, I am here looking for the best, and you were the first one I saw off the boat, and I can only imagine there's going to be other great warriors in this town. Do you know any? Do you have friends? I can imagine a warrior like yourself has met many a strong fighter in his time.
I've met many, but the point of being a strong fighter is leaving no one around to challenge you. So I've killed my fair share of people, so I don't have many friends anymore. I just have people who know my work.
Well. No, I understand that. I would hate to get in your way, but to be the best, you have to be challenged. And like you said, you've taken out your fair share, and hopefully we can fight alongside each other. I don't want any trouble. I'm not going to compete with you. You look like, I'm little. You could probably take me out, no problem. But I give you a little bit of run for your money.
You're fine. I seem to have no issues with you at the moment.
But I can meet you up at that bar. I'm gonna take a gander around this city here a little bit more and see what I can't find and see if we can't find more to come and journey with us. Like I said, we got a fine crew and got some fine work ahead of us. And then with that, Awen will kind of just, give a little bit of a bow and kind of walk off, and got to give him a quick little wave as he's making his way to hopefully find the next
as you
willing
do, you notice he
person.
Places a hand over his left pectoral and just gives a slight bow as you make your way off. Alrighty. Where else would you like to go?
That's the weaponry. Let's look for someone who's going to be maybe stocking their ship. Someone who's looking to put food, drink. Someone who's responsible for looking to either, it could be adding to their local tavern, or someone who seems responsible that's looking out for the better man.
Go ahead and make a perception check this time around, as you're kind of looking around now the area, giving an idea.
All right, perception +5, a 12 17. On the die, 17.
Looking around, you find a very stocky dwarf with a wide gray beard that's kind of shorter than it should be, and kind of pulled at, not braided, but just loosely fitted and kind of scraggly looking. He wears a very bright burgundy bandana and just a series of very light wearing leathers and some loose clothes. A set of goggles set upon his forehead as he starts kind of ordering a few people around and start grabbing large crates and moving them from the dock onto a small merchant vessel.
Kind of again, just with Awen being someone who's widely traveled, he's always going to be trying to look for something that tells where people are from. If he's got a certain type of clothing emblem, that's kind of hopefully going to be kind of a usual. See
Okay.
if he can't recognize something
He
to tell this
is
person
not
from.
wearing any emblems. It is just the clothing is definitely. He dresses like a quartermaster, and
Okay.
recently the Phoenix's quartermaster has made some poor decisions. This could be an opportunity to put a little more faith into you in terms of the captain and bringing in potentially a new quartermaster.
Okay. So yeah, seeing the dwarf and seeing how he's handling these crates and lifting them, I'm guessing they kind of look a little heavy. They've got some alcohol or drinks in them or bags of food. He'll kind of approach and just be like, ha, "You, sir, are a mighty strong man. I can see that from way over there. I've got a little bit of a deal I'd like to make with you here."
Happens when you're a dwarf. You put on muscles or you get fat and drink ale. There's really only two options.
Yeah. I can tell that you are not the latter there, sir. You have definitely put on the muscles and you know your way around. You know what's good for this ship here. I can see everything you're loading in that there boat. I know a responsible but strong man when I see one. I apologize. Name's Awen Shrek. Most people call me Shipwreck.
Kind of wipes his hand on his leathers and kind of hands his hand out and Dwayne?
Yeah, shakes his hand.
Dwayne.
Dwayne. That's a strong name there in and of itself. Yeah, like I said, I've got a bit of a deal. Just recently ported here. I've got a ship over here. I'm helping the captain with a few things, and one of the things he's tasked me with is looking for some men to join the crew. We're a mighty fine bunch, and we venture all over. I've been all over the planet here, continent to continent, looking, doing the things that Captain Taggart here, just whatever he asks. I mean, we're a mighty fine crew, and we go about and we move product and anything you can think of, and we're just looking to expand. We're looking to get some of the best we can, and like I said, you're a mighty fine, strong individual.
You
there.
mentioned Taggart. He kind of pauses for a moment and I'm familiar with your captain and his ex.
I hope you mean the good that he's done and the success he's had out there
as a pirate, as all pirates do, except for the bad ones.
I mean, it's I can't say he's bad, at what he does. He, like you said, he's had success, and some people look at it as piracy, but it's a way of living. It's a way to put on the food on the table. It's a way to make your gold, and it's an adventure. We get to go out. We see the greatest sights around the world, and you, sir, look like you've journeyed yourself. I could tell. We are in need of someone with your expertise.
You're down a quartermaster?
I wouldn't say we're down a quartermaster yet, but it's the last trip's been a bit of a struggle. Captain Taggart, like I said, he's looking for the best, and we want to. What we say is we hire the best, and if they ain't the best, we hire the best. That's Captain Taggart's philosophy right there. We only want what's best for the crew, for the ship, and we just want to make a living, make that money, and try to stay out of as much trouble as we can.
Dwayne kind of pulls at his beard a bit and 15 gold a day.
I am unfortunately I'm not the captain. I don't make the payments or do anything like that. But I just met up with another fine individual who's going to meet me up at the bar in a little bit, and we're going to go over and have a sit down with Captain Taggart, and he'd more than likely be happy to sit and talk about payments and responsibilities on the ship. I'd hope that you'd be willing to sit down with him, if you've got the time there.
Roll a persuasion check.
All right. Persuasion. Ooh. Oh, 16 on the die.
Shit.
Plus 1, 17. It's all right. Battle's going to be really bad to me.
He kind of... Over at the sun's rise. All right. I'll give it some thought. I'm not leaving until tomorrow morning anyways.
Yeah, that's all I can ask is you hear the captain out and see if it's, like I said, see if it's for you. I know not everyone can handle it, and I know, we can't always handle some of the finest. And like I said, you look like you can handle yourself, and I think our ship can handle you as well. But yeah, if you want to meet me up there, I'm going to be venturing out here a little bit more, see if I can't round up a few additional personnel, and then, like I said, we can make our way up, and we can talk to Captain Taggart himself.
Sounds like a plan. As he says this, you hear the sound of 2 feet make their way up behind you. Ooh. Hang on, everyone. Hang on. Oops. There we go. And I just gotta move some cams around. Hey. All right. Thank you for 3 months in a row. There, Lucius. You have 2 free uses. Uh-oh. That's not what I wanted. Hold on. You have 2 uses of a advantage. Damn.
I'm well aware. I got it.
Give me a second, everybody. I gotta move cams around.
I'm not Lawrence.
Okay. As you make your way, you do hear the sound of several footsteps behind you. Looking at your back, you hear 2 individuals kind of
Awen will just kind of slowly turn around and see who he's got behind him.
2 bounty hunters standing behind you. One you recognize by the name of Calron, a half-elf. And he seems to have a new partner this time around. You don't recognize this one. This one, though, does appear to be a half-orc, and a bit of a brooding half-orc. His tusks kind of just shunted forward slightly.
Hey, Calron, what can I do for you, man?
You can come with me and allow me to turn you in for your bounty.
Bounty? What bounty? I don't know what you're talking about there.
75 gold.
75? Wow, I think I just turned myself in if that's what my bounty's for. That's quite a pretty penny.
So you won't have any problems coming with us then?
Yeah, why don't you guys just why don't you lead the way, and I'll walk right behind you here. And where are we going? We're going to sit down and meet with someone?
To the stockades.
To the stockades. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's where I thought we was going. Yeah, you see, I'm kind of on a job right here. It's really important. Maybe there's a chance I can meet up with you in a little bit. If I can meet you over at the stockades. Maybe give me an hour or so.
My last partner fell for that bit of stupidity.
Yeah, he was quite the guy.
All throt. Cuff him. You watch as the half-orc makes his way over, pulls out a pair of shackles, and makes his way over to you. What are you going to do?
Awen's just going to kind of try to do like a little dance, a little kind of roll, kind of get away. I guess you would say in a little acrobatics type thing if I had to put a finger on it. But he'll try to just kind of shuffle away, be like, whoa, hold on.
Okay, make an acrobatics check.
And with that, he does it terribly. That's a
natural
total.
20. Oflrock comes out and just grabs your wrists as you go to step back, holds them, and gets one manacle on, is going to get the second one on. Now, what are you going to do?
He is going to, let's see. Okay. I'm going to try to
make
punch
an attack.
Him. Just, all right. Let's see. +5 unarmed strike. That is a 19 total to attack. And unarmed strike. That's a 6 damage, and I think with that I can also do.
You have a bonus action
monks.
punch?
I've never played a monk. Bonus action to do a little bonus action
first
punch.
level?
I do not believe so.
Yeah.
You can make an
bonus action. You can go 1, 2.
Yeah. So I will try that little bonus action unarmed strike for a little extra, and that's 11 + 5, 16 to hit for that one. Oh. So that was 6 for the first punch and 5 for the second punch.
As this half-orc comes over to just manacle you, grabbing one arm, you swiftly just pop, get him right in the throat, and as you just see him just falls to the side. He is unconscious. At this moment, you start hearing people just, "Hey, what's going on over there?" As people start coming around, you see as Calron pulls up a light crossbow. Shouldn't have done that. And he's going to attempt to shoot you with a light crossbow. His crossbow misfires, and his string breaks with a natural one. As he's
starting the ones this week. I like it.
Repair his bow as his bonus action. He succeeds, and has his bow now reloaded, ready to fire again. That ends his turn. The arrow just kind of stings into the ground to your left. What do you want to do? As there's starting now to be a crowd that starts to pile in around you, starts to be looking to have the attention of everything around.
He's just Awen's just gonna kind of step right up towards Calron there and be like, Calron, your other buddy was a little bit stronger than this big guy here, and just try to give him the old 1-2 as well and see if he can't kind of knock him out. That is a nat 20 on the die. And
poor bounty hunters just trying to make a living.
That is 4, 7, and do you double
just the roll,
the strength damage too on the just the roll? Okay, so that's 6 plus 10 damage on the first attack, and missed on the second one.
10 total. It doesn't matter. With the first blow, you just come right up, and as you say this, you just give a nice pop into the side of his head, and his just kind of jaw, you hear resounding as the jaw snaps, and he just could have made this real fucking easy. And he's going to draw his cudgel, and he's just going to try and smack you one right upside the head. And he is looking hurt. You see his jaw is completely now swollen, and you already see the bruising starting to occur. Motherfucker. As the hit was so strong, his bell is rung. He swings wide, and you just manage to duck or just pull back out of the way. It's your turn with ease.
Yeah, with that, I've got the manacle still on one wrist, and with the other, he's just going to kind of pull out. He's got a quarterstaff just strapped to his back, and just kind of pull it out and just try to give him his own little sucker punch there,
Alrighty.
right across the head. And that is 18 total.
Yeah,
13 plus 5.
Smarts.
And that is 6 damage total for that. And then if he's still standing, he's going to kind of give him a quick little elbow with the bonus action.
He is still up.
All right. We'll try one little unarmed strike to see.
Just hits.
12 total.
Just hits.
Ooh. Just hits. And that's 7 damage. Max damage.
This, as Kalran tries once again, poorly, to turn in your bounty, you just, in a mere matter of seconds, eliminate and drop his partner, and then just drop him with a few quick, fast strikes as he's on the ground, still breathing, but unconscious as hell, a bit of blood pooling from the side of his face, and quite possibly a new scar coming down on the forehead there, right above his left eyebrow.
Yeah, so Awen's just gonna kind of stand over him. He doesn't want to injure him anymore, and he's just gonna kind of look to the crowd that's most likely gathered around and be like, fighting at its finest. You want to learn from the best. Captain Taggart's the place to go. We are looking for warriors.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Persuasion with advantage. That's 5, and that's a 20. 20
okay.
total.
Good to know. Oh, man. Okay.
It's a great way to get into the city.
You hear a few people kind of chuckle. You see a small urchin boy kind of makes his way out with a few others, and they start kind of picking through the pockets, pulling off a few pieces of gold. And as they do, one of them does find the key and gives it a little toss your way. And then immediately they move over right on top of Kalran, and they just start picking his body. They grab his crossbow, they grab his quiver, they grab his blade and his cudgel, and they immediately just kind of like bolt off with his equipment.
Yeah. So Awen's just gonna kind of sorry about that. He's just gonna kind of walk away and just kind of laugh and take the manacles and take the keys with him and laugh as the kids kind of scamper off.
Alrighty. With that, as you continue looking around, camera panning back to the rest of you as you all stand at the bottom of the air docks. Car parked, secured. What do you all like to do?
So, did someone remember the name of the place we're supposed to go? Something about gladiators.
It's not a place. It is it is everywhere. It is like a traveling caravan circus entertainment.
So, what's a good airship?
One that flies.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Wow, Zazzy's really good at miming.
You're muted, bro.
I wish I knew
Sometimes it
how to
resets
read
your push to
lips.
talk.
Hold up. Sorry about that. My push to talk is
Yes.
now on, I suppose. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, so. Well, since there are quite a few airships around that looks like they can fly, maybe we should find someone that can fly an airship instead. Or at least someone that an airship belongs to.
Yeah. That's why we're at the docks.
Well, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking I want to get a drink first, because this is going to be the last time I'm going to be here for like.
You people in your
Ever?
poison water.
Yes.
Oh, I sure do love my poison water.
Mm.
Let's do head to a bar. That would be a good.
I need food. Do they have food at this bar you speak of?
Yes.
Definitely.
Lots of food. So many food. Like
Our
at
food is
least
the best
20.
At least 20 foods. Mm.
At least 20 whole food.
Whole Foods. Not a sponsor.
I think that gets a little too expensive for my tastes, but that's okay.
Well, yeah, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, but where did this food come from? Is it organic? I don't know. People are really crazy picky nowadays.
Where else would it come from?
I don't know.
It comes from the lands.
Space?
Where
Magic.
you hunt for it.
Magic, yeah.
It could be magic food. People
Magic
get
food.
really spoofed when it's magic.
Poison water and magic food. You people are strange.
Well, let's get some non-magic food, but the poison water as well.
I'm going to eat a whole block of cheese.
I'm gonna head to the well, I don't know if everybody else is following, but I'm just gonna go ahead to find or
Picture would follow.
Come on, Law, and I'll push him.
You don't have to push me, Vimir. I can.
Yeah, you're moving slow.
I
You're
will
moving
get the
slow.
poison water.
You're moving slow.
purpose.
You're moving slow. And I keep poking him from behind.
Alrighty.
Vayumir, you're moving slow. How did you get so tall?
Whole Foods, as you
Oh.
call it, the stuff from the ground.
Oh, do you eat things from the
100%.
trees?
Yes, the trees provide a lot of nourishment.
So
Any
would
other
I know
questions?
Would I know which bar to go to?
The
Like,
closest
what's the
bar
closest
is
around
actually the one with the best view right now at the one of the air docks, at least, is called the Sun's Rise. It is it sits atop a small secondary platform and is what did we just lose? Oh, there we go. It sits atop a secondary
Yeah.
platform and has a nice domed glass interior to prevent people from falling outward.
Whoa,
And
Oh my god, I've only been in here once. They kicked me out the last time. And she goes, like, and stands up against the glass again.
If they kicked out Sin, it's got to be good.
I would agree. I would be inclined to agree. Which is it? Is it facing like
Faces all
west
around.
or-
You
or
can
east
you
or something
can
like that? Is
get
it-
a seat at any point. There is a central bar where there are 2 bartenders. One is a drow, and the other is a let me look at my notes. Lizard folk.
Okay. So, I'm gonna like look around, look at the time, and I'll be like, well, let's go to the sun's rise and watch the sun set, and poison water and food, and potentially getting some captain or somebody that could fly a ship so we could get out of here.
Mm.
Sounds good.
Fine.
Fixer's going to be keeping his ears peeled for anyone talking as if they are like a ship
Okay.
captain or something.
The room is
I
circular.
take it the room's
indeed.
circular?
There are only a few patrons in here. You see one younger man with a very fair-skinned complexion, golden blonde hair, black armor with gold trimmings, and a ruby red pendant with a dragon. He seems to have a cloak around him at this point, hiding some of the armor. A white long tunic underneath that is buckled at the waist and kind of held together as it swoops down. He seems to have some leather, some knee-high leather boots and thigh protectors as well. And there is a large greatsword that is set up at the counter that has this very defined celestial look to it with what looks like a golden eye in the center of the handguard. The blade itself is about 6 inches wide all the way down as it tapers off to an edge, and to a tip. And as he sits there drinking, just kind of looks over. He's actually
How clean does he look?
predominantly pretty clean, though his armor does show some signs of wear. The blade itself looks to be in perfect condition.
So there's not that many.
He's not the only,
Is
he's
he
not
the only
one. There are a
patron?
handful of others, just a handful of commoners and merchants. The only other one that stands out is a dwarf male, kind of taking a seat, kicking back, with an ale in his hand and a plate of food. Seems to just kind of be keeping his eye at the door, just kind of waiting, as he's in his leathers and his light clothing. And you see his hair is undone. He has a wad of cloth on the table and a pair of goggles sitting on top of it, and his grayish brown hair pulled back, kind of rather short, but swept backwards.
You, dwarf! How do I get this food?
You order it like an adult.
Where?
Mr. Lizard Man, do you have a menu?
You're
again?
not supposed to be here.
But I'm going away. It's only for like an hour, and then see me again for a couple months.
Does this one provide the food?
He has the menu.
You, lizard man, provide me food.
I'm gonna walk next to Sin and be like, "Well, we'll keep a good watch over her. Let's just let her be
5
here for a little
gold
bit
down
longer."
payment.
Sin, what did you do to this poor fellow?
It was to everyone.
Did she draw dicks
No.
everywhere?
Worse.
I didn't do anything.
Gold. I have these. Here, take it.
You place down 5 gold for.
No, I give him my
I
whole
give him the whole
gold pouch,
gold pouch of 10. Looks at it.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna take it and pick out 5 gold pieces and then hand the rest of them back to Vimir. I'll be like, he said 5. 5.
I know how to count.
Exactly. Yeah, I know.
This gold is useless, just like your poison water.
No, it buys you the food.
Oh, why didn't you say that?
I did say that.
You didn't say I needed the gold. You just said
The
I
down
needed it.
payment is paid.
Is this like a
No.
deposit? Are we gonna get it back?
As he's speaking, and you see the lizard folk is getting a little more irritated, the drow kind of circles around over and pats him. I would like to apologize. He gets a little bit testy when this one comes around. She tends to be a little rambunctious. The last time she was here, she well, yes, I see you. The last time she was here, she dropped what was it? I believe it was little gummy penises in everyone's food. And needless
So
to
it still
say,
had
there
to
were
do
a
with
handful of nobles who were a little pissed off. And
Well, I also dropped fake engagement rings inside people's drinks, and people kept thinking, "Oh no, my boyfriend is proposing to me. I'm so excited." There was a lot of
yes,
complaints that night.
you know
What
the
is
thing
a
between
dick?
your legs that you pee out of? That is a dick.
Yes. So why is everyone
Because
offended? I
they're
have
no,
I'll start
please keep the
undressing.
clothes on. We are an establishment that requires clothes.
Can I have a
Yes,
menu
you can
now?
have a menu. No tricks. No tricks, or we will
Yeah.
poison your food, all of you.
Okay.
These ones actually want the poison water. So I don't think that's a threat to them.
Actually, I would like to inquire, what type of poison do you use?
The poison meant for rats. That way you fizzle and die slowly.
No, I don't like the flavor on those.
I just step on their heads. It's a lot easier.
It's also cheaper just to use species.
What would you all like? There on the menu.
What's on the
I
menu?
hate this part. I actually made a menu too. There is a local dish called Shari. Shari. It is a lamb, rice, and bean dish with a very high Scoville level. There is a dish from Onwin. It is a frozen halibut, lined with wild grain rice, cabbage, and some root vegetables, so parsnips and the like. The fish is designed to come out raw. It is frozen in a very thin block of ice, and as it is set atop the very hot rice, it melts, and the natural flavors that have been kind of laid into the ice kind of melt along the rice, cooling it down just enough to kind of enrich in the flavors of the rice and the fish as a whole. As it comes out. And lastly, they have a brand new addition to the menu, as requested by one of the merchant princes who recently made their way off to Silver Reef at Silver Hall, and it is a Silver Hall special. It is called Beef in a Bun. Beef in a bun is 2 slices of rich
Victor's already
bread
ordering
with very thick cut tomato, pieces of leafy green, an onion, as well as an egg and some cheese. Additional fixings can be added to it. They have 2 forms of the bun. They have a fill bun and they have the sliced bun. The fill bun is more of a Oh God.
It's a donut with
No,
meat.
not a donut with meat. It's more of a oh Christ, I can't remember the name of it. Basically, if you were just to slice a roll down the middle and then kind of open it up a little bit and stuff it, basically what it is. On the menu for alcohol or non-alcoholic drinks, they have the Oasis lemonade, which is made with a very varying of citrus materials, as well as the Oasis tea, along with water, coffee, and ales, an assortment of ales and fine liquors.
I will take this lamb and this tea.
I want the dick in the butt and beef in the bun.
You've always been such a lovely little lady. I'm so
Also-
happy that you're here.
Also, do you
No.
still have the cheese
It
platter?
would be on the menu if we did have it.
Why?
Yes, and the last time you
But
got
I
the
want
cheese
it.
platter, you melted it all, and then went to all of the patrons and poured it onto their food, and if some said no, you poured it onto their heads. So you sense the reason that we removed the cheese platter. It was a fantastic waste of brie. No,
Do you still have the brie?
because you wasted all the
Why?
brie.
Not even for the dick in the butt.
You
No.
order your poison
Not
water.
even for the meat bun.
Fine.
The meat
I'll have
bun,
the
what would you
meat
like to drink?
bun.
Fine, one ale.
Ale.
It will come to a gold and a silver.
Okay,
Mhm.
here you go.
Vamir, it will, for you, sir, it will come to a gold and a silver for you as well. I will
I
break
don't
your
have
change.
a silver.
I
Here's
give him
2
a silver.
golds.
I will give
Here's
you
2
change.
golds.
I appreciate the
don't-
tip.
Yes.
I appreciate the
Take the
tip.
change.
Oh, okay. Yes.
You,
Right,
you
no, they
committed
said
to the
take the
tip.
chain. Here. Oh, okay. I don't understand this world at all. You
Next
wear
time.
clothes.
Next time we'll help you out with that. Could I have the lamb and
Yes, it will come to 2
Whiskey.
gold. Unless you want finer whiskey, it will go up to 3, all the way up to 8.
Let's
Very good.
get the 3 gold one.
You, greasy wizard.
Oh yeah. I'll take the meat bun minus the egg, and then I'll have some Sailor
Very good.
Zaxar's
That will
rum.
come to 2 gold as well, if you would, please.
All right, here you go. And he'll give him another gold because he is.
I
Very
greatly
nice about
appreciate the
tipping.
love that you are showing. Thank you. Law will also order food, marking down 2 gold off of Law's sheet. I should open Law's sheet to do so.
The not here tag.
the I'm going to eat while I'm not here.
Oh, you're ordering one of everything for all of
Yeah,
us.
I'm just that friendly. We'll assume he also gets food. And if not, then we will refund him. But for now, he's got 15 gold. He can afford to lose 2. There we go. With that, everyone getting a meal. At this point in the day, your meals are served, taking your time, eating, drinking, an hour passing by. Awen, making your way into the sun's rise now to collect. You look around and you see the dwarf kind of look up, see you kind of give a nod, as well as the Aasimar man kind of looks over and kind of tosses a few coin down on the table and finishes his drink over the next few moments.
Are they sitting? Are they sitting near each other?
Decent ways
or
away from each other.
To where?
The dwarf would have noticed the ASMR,
Okay.
not the opposite way around.
I just didn't know if it was like if I could talk loud enough, if they were close enough, kind of to.
You would have to shout
Direct
to
to
get
both of
both of
them.
their attention, yeah.
Oh, okay. And then, so I've got those two,
You
and then
also
I'm
see-
guessing the.
You also see a very
others.
vibrant collection of individuals who are sitting. You see one tiefling, one yuan tea pureblood, one high elf grease monkey, a wood elf barbarian, who seems to be very uncomfortable as he wears his kind of lower waist cloth that he's been forced to wear as he kind of sits there, occasionally shifting. And you see a human with a few instruments at his back, sitting there as well.
Kind of seeing everyone, like scattered throughout the bar. Awen will just kind of speak loud enough to where he kind of is hopefully drawing attention from everyone at this point, and he'll be like, I see you guys must have seen the little tussle between myself and Calron out there in the vendor area, the streets there. You guys came to see what Captain Taggart was all about, eh?
Captain who?
Captain Taggart.
You, what else?
Hey.
Do you speak to me?
Awen just kind of looks around like, yeah, I'm speaking to all of you.
Why do you dress so funny?
Why do you dress so funny?
This
I'm
is the
gonna walk
garb
up
that
right
people
in front
told
of-
me people wear here.
I'm gonna walk up right in front of Awen, like pretty close and like pretty quickly, and just like, captain as a captain of an airship, captain?
What other kind of captain? He's not a boat. Who rides around in a boat? Yeah, of course it's an airship.
Okay, so captain as a reputable captain, someone that would not want any sort of contraband in their airship, captain, or a captain of someone a little bit less reputable. I mean, just metaphorically speaking, that would potentially allow contraband. On
The
their
word
ship.
you're looking for is repoop.
I mean,
Not that.
we don't need to get into the detail. Contraband. We don't say that word. I mean, we move goods. That's
We
what
need the
people
contraband
like.
captain.
Can I make an insight check to see what he means?
He's pretty. It's not even like a lie. It's
Okay.
he's not even gonna try to be deceptive about it. It's he's pretty much means contraband, but he's just
Yeah.
trying not to
Yeah.
sound.
And
Yeah,
I-
like contraband. Whoa, I didn't say that word.
No. I didn't actually mean contraband. But if you were privy to having a couple of people join your crew, where are you thinking of going?
We go all over the place. I mean, that's what Captain Taggart does. That's what his crew does. That's what the ship, the Phoenix, that's what we do. We travel. We find the best, the goods that we can travel from place to port. And, like I said, we are looking for the finest. I look around, your group you look interesting. I saw these two guys, and he's pointing over towards the dwarf and the Azamar. And he's like, I saw these two guys down there, in the streets, and they look like warriors. And Captain Taggart's always looking for warriors. He's also looking for the smarts. I see you here in front of me. You look like a smart fella. I think Captain Taggart would certainly like to meet you, and I'm guessing the rest they're with you too.
How does one ride a phoenix without getting burned?
Yeah, that's a good question. That is a good question.
Don't pay him no mind. I raise my hand. I'm like, my name is Sazia Ugras. What was your name again?
Awen Shrek. You call me Shipwreck. Everyone does.
That's not a good nickname. Would you like to have a seat? Actually,
I don't have a lot of time. I can't really be sitting right now. I told these guys
Is this one? Do we need him? And I'll point over at Eowyn.
Actually might. If everybody
Good.
else is
Okay.
Sincere has already gotten up and is walking over to the Asmar.
I will get behind Eowyn. Here, sit down with us.
No.
Yeah, no. Like I said, I don't have time to sit. Why don't you guys come with me? We can go talk to Captain Taggart right now.
He says you need to sit with us.
But it's
I hear what he's saying.
Yeah, so I don't know why you're not listening.
Viamir, that's okay. It's fine. How about this? Let me buy you a drink. A little, just a little bit. We don't have to sit or anything. Just a drink.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I got time for a drink. But I don't need to sit. Why don't we just we stand here? I've got these fine gentlemen over here looking to go meet Captain Taggart as well. So I don't want to hold them up. I just met them. I'm trying to make a good impression here.
Perfect. Then why don't we all get a drink? Sin, I'm like looking and seeing what Sin's doing with the Asmar, just in case.
Sin, as you approach, he kind of, yeah.
Why are you dressed so funny?
What?
Why are you dressed so funny?
Why do you dress so funny?
Well, I mean, at least I'm not going to overheat in the desert. You're dressed like you're going up to like some kind of weird snow continent.
This is the uniform of my order.
What order is that?
The order of Mind Your Business.
I don't want to. That's why I came over here.
I'm gonna.
Yeah. And you have a really big sword. Why is your sword so big?
Because it is. This is a great sword.
Have your eyes always looked like that?
No, these
Were you
are
born
gifts
looking that
from
way?
my. These are a gift from my master.
Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
What kind of master?
One that you swear your loyalty to, and grants you a weapon of great use and power.
Oh, I have one of those.
Do you know?
Yes.
But
How did you get so
I'm-
tall?
average in height, I'm 5'11".
Yeah, well, that's still like a whole foot taller than
I guess
me.
that's what makes you so cute. You're, what's the word? Pocket-sized.
Okay. So are you like with that guy over there who was like super loud,
guy?
or I point at it.
He offered me a opportunity to have a bit of work, and so I don't see the problem in getting a little bit of extra work under my belt. Because we could all
that
use
is
some
good.
work.
Yes, you gotta feed yourself somehow. So, like, I think we should be best friends. There's just something weird about you that I really like, and I think we should be best friends forever.
Kind of looks
I'm
down
just
at
putting it
himself
out there
and-
right now.
Is it the whole ASMR thing?
No. I mean, your boots are pretty
thank
nice
you.
too, though. You're
I
pretty
try
fashion
my best
forward.
to make sure that I am presentable in all options.
So, do you want to be best friends?
Yeah. We can be
Please,
the bestest of friends.
Yes.
I was
Okay,
like-
we're best friends now. And she sits
my
down
name
at the
is-
table with him.
I was like walking over, and then I heard the back end the conversation, and I'm just like, huh, that actually didn't go as well as bad as I thought. And I just like head to the bar, and order like, could I have 1, 2, 3 more whiskeys?
Yeah, we can do this. This isn't too hard of a thing for us to do. Single, double, good stuff, bad stuff.
Singles. What
That would
was
be
it?
2
The
gold.
3 gold stuff? The 2 gold stuff?
All right, 6 more gold,
2
please.
gold. All right. Okay.
I'd be broke.
Should we
right now.
get best friend drinks? I'll buy you any
I am
drink you
not
want.
much of a drinker. That's just myself. But I
I can buy you lemonade.
not much of a
Lemonade
lemonade
is good
person
too.
either. But I will have a drink. I will have a drink for sure.
What kind of drink? You pick.
I'm gonna walk over to the Asimar and give him the whiskey.
This
And give him one of the whiskeys. And I was like,
Oh, this is Ozzy. He wants me to work on his
Hello.
car.
yes, my name is Sazia Ugress. What was your name?
my name is Sieg.
See, it's very nice to meet you. And I see that you've already met my
Yes,
friend.
she is
Sin,
quite interesting.
and since we are both actually thinking of, or all of us thinking of going on and meeting, what was the captain's name again? Captain Tag?
Captain Tagger, yes, that's who you're looking for.
Then I think we should have a drink together. I slide him the whiskey, and then I like kind of lift one up to A1 to see if you can come and get that one as well.
Oh yeah, Awen will walk over.
I'm still behind Erwin, and I'm gonna while trying to, he looks like a wood elf. He looks like me, but he acts really odd. And I'm gonna grab some hair and sniff it.
Make us.
Of my hair?
Yes.
Isn't he bald?
Awen's bald.
Oh, do you have a beard? Well, I'm just gonna sniff him then.
Make us.
Yeah,
Are you trying to go
he's
stealthily,
hairless.
or are you just being like?
No.
So wait, sniffing like the top of the head.
Hey,
or
Win,
Yeah, just
You feel this presence as you approach and get the whiskey, and Sieg, Sin, and Sazia all see as Viamir comes up behind Eowyn and just. You feel air being pulled off the top of your scalp for a moment there, Eowyn.
Yeah, hey there.
you don't smell right.
What do you expect me to smell like?
The earth.
No, the earth. I don't spend much time down on the earth. It's just when I'm stopping here in some of the cities. Most of the time I'm up in the sky.
That is not what our kind do. You have lost your way.
I mean,
Are we sure we need him as a captain?
Yeah. Yes. No. He's not the
No,
captain. It's fine. It's okay. Pay him no mind. Vimir, could you actually get the dwarf over? Actually, no. I'll do that. Stay here. We'll be fine. Fixer, Law, could you talk to Vimir for a bit? I'm going to be right back, and then I get the last whiskey and head over to the dwarf.
Just got pawned off. Go play with him in the corner, please.
I'm gonna put a hand on Vimir's shoulder and be like, "Hey, why don't you tell me about where you're from?" Try to leave.
Viamir, that would be a good story. We would like to hear more about these keys.
I need the keys. That's all you need to know. I work for you, for your sister, for your mother, so I can find the keys.
Oh, I know something. Here, Vimir, how about this thing? And she holds up a fucking boomerang.
That might be a key. I don't know.
What key? Oh, I don't understand what you guys are talking about. Keys, just keys.
It's really complicated.
If you
Like,
don't know if that's one of the keys, will you recognize the key when you see it?
Yes.
I'm
Is that
still not understanding what keys are we talking about? Like
You've lost the way. You don't get to ask about the keys.
keys to the car, keys to the airship. What? I got keys from a manacle. I don't know if you guys saw that out there with everyone out on the street.
No, your keys are pathetic.
No.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's I mean, I'd like to hear more about these keys. I mean, where are these keys at? I mean, Captain Taggart might be able to take you to the keys.
Well, that is why we seek a captain.
Yes, Captain Taggart's the man. He is the man for the job, and he is looking for a bunch.
Good. I knew you didn't lose your way completely.
Yeah, we're getting close to being on the same page. We're kind of in the same book. If you get that kind of, no, you don't get that.
No.
So I'm gonna walk to the dwarf and hand him the whiskey, and I'll be like, comrades, I think you were looking for the captain and that man over there, and I kind of beckon to Awen.
Depends on the money.
Well, we're all there gathering, waiting on how the terms and everything is set. Would you like to join us for a drink?
All right. Dwarf kind of sets his feet down and grabs his lump of cloth and unfurls it and sets it on his head and kind of tucks it back, pulls the goggles up, sets them, and kind of pulls them back a bit. And all right.
By the way, my name is
Dwayne.
Dwayne. It's a pleasure to meet you. I hand him the whiskey.
He'll take it. Downs it in one shot, flips it, sets it there.
That was... Well...
I've heard of these dwarves. They speak of you in legends. You like the poison water. You burrow underground.
Are you calling me a rock muncher?
Hey, Vimir, what kind of
I don't know.
what kind of woods
munch
did you
rocks?
grow up in?
I don't know.
What kind of trees were there?
Are you a pine cone muncher?
Yeah, I haven't eaten pine cones
Must suck when it comes
yet. It's
out.
not pleasant. But you don't eat the whole pine cone. You eat the seeds out of it. It's pretty tasty. You can make a salad out of it.
Elves.
Yes, I am an elf.
So, Awen, what are the terms this Dwayne here is looking to see? Like, how much?
Yeah, I told Dwayne here. I'm not the one that makes the deals when it comes to payment or any sort of terms. I'm on a call it quest or a little bit of a job from Captain Taggart. There, he sent me out. He told me to find some crew, someone who could help around the ship. We're also looking for passengers. I think maybe some of the people that I saw around the vendor area down there. I think some of them might come over and stop by Captain Taggart's. I think I put quite a show on for them. That cow run. What a joke.
Necessary. I think we're all here, and that's
no. I don't think you understand the business of sailing. Let's call it that. We've got to get some. Not only do we have to have a crew, we got to have some passengers. We got to make it look. I say look. I mean, we've got to make sure that we're providing for the people as well. If we're also a transport. We not only do we transport goods, but we transport people. No, I mean we don't take people. I mean that's
people.
Well, we seek people. Those will be your passengers.
It's very interesting. We may be looking to gather a few extra passengers for that ship too.
Oh, Yeah, like I mean, if you help me, I mean, it definitely puts me in a good place with Captain Taggart, and he was talking about me getting my own ship like that. I'm trying to really put in a good put on a good show for the captain there, and I think
But
this
they call you
is my
ship.
chance.
Have you always
Ah,
been such a nervous talker?
Nervous? I ain't nervous. That's just
Yeah,
I
so
call
you
myself
you
confident.
do this thing with your mouth every time that you start talking, or it kind of twitches on the side. I don't know.
I,
Maybe you need to fix that.
I think that's how I talk. It's kind
Besides
of
that,
hurtful, but I
we
mean,
would-
I'm just saying, it's just really distracting, and also the way that you talk to me sounds like you're condescending. But
yeah, I mean, maybe if when I talk, maybe maybe you just close your eyes or look the other way. It still gets the point across, and you don't have to look at my mouth. He kind of like looks around for a mirror somewhere. Like this is just how I talk. It's
well,
and you talk kind of funny too. I mean, it's
well, in any case, we should probably go and talk to Captain Taggart, and you should probably get that nickname removed. So we wouldn't-
it's kind of it's a, they call it a play on words because I've never actually been in a shipwreck, but my last name kind of sounds like shipwreck. It's just kind of funny. It's ironic.
I don't find it
always a
amusing.
first.
I mean, not everyone gets it. I mean, I guess remember we said we're not on the same page. We're kind of in the same book.
I don't know what pages are.
Yeah, I can tell. I see that.
Pay-
You eat
pay
pine
no
cones.
mind.
I got it.
Anyways,
Where did you grow up that you never had pine cones?
I grew up on a ship. We don't eat pine cones.
Are we sure we need to use him as our captain?
He's not
Again,
a
I'm not a captain. Yeah.
No, obviously, if you've never had pine cones, you can't be a captain.
Well, we will make sure that he tries a pine cone sooner or later. But anyways, here's a drink to everybody meeting, and let's get to Captain Taggart.
Yeah, let's everyone cheers here, and well, let's go see the captain. I'm hoping with some of the other folks will meet us over there. I think I left a good impression. I think Calron, he's gonna be out for a little while.
Excellent.
Yes. I don't know who Calron is, so.
Salza, are you saying you know where pine cones are here? I have not seen a tree since I've been here.
There are no pine cones
no.
here. We'll find some eventually. We're traveling, so.
Why would you get my hopes up like that?
Yeah, I'm confused at what you're looking for. You're looking for keys. You're looking for pine cones. It's very confusing.
Is there a palm tree around it all?
in the upper docks.
Damn it. Damn it.
I'm sorry.
Let
I
us
don't
go
mean
find
to
our-
interrupt your conversation. It would
gladiators.
be eavesdropping, but it is the work of a bartender to kind of have his ear to the ground. Are you looking for a tree nut of some kind?
Yes.
Well, I have this tree nut right here, and he produces a small, round, brown, fibrous-looking ball from behind the counter. And if you are very careful with this tree nut is not only edible, but it is drinkable as well. If you put a little hole here in the husk, and make sure you don't eat the husk, but you can eat the insides. If you poke a little hole into the husk here, you can drink of the milk that is inside of this nut.
I assume
It
this
is a
is the
coconut.
size of a coconut. This is a
It
very
is, it
big
is.
seed.
You only eat the insides.
I will take. Thank you, Elf of.
Commonly, we
skin.
are known as drow.
Very well, Drow.
It is a
Nice to
pleasure
meet
to
you.
meet
I'm
you,
Vladimir.
Vaimir.
Can I have
You
your
may
giant
have-
tree nut now?
How many of my giant nuts would you like to have?
Now, how many do
I have
you
enough to put on your face.
Good. But I typically carry my nuts in my hand.
Well, it will be my pleasure for you to carry my
Yeah.
nuts in your hands.
Good. It is a deal then. Give me your nuts and I will carry them.
He will with a wide beaming grin. You see the pearly white teeth behind his mouth, and he grabs a second coconut and hands them both to you. And as he does, as you take them, he kind of lays his hands. I am really enjoying the fact that you are holding my nuts with a firm and fine grasp. Please never let them go, and make sure you eat my nuts and drink from my nuts as well.
Yes, I will. If they're as tasty as you say, I will surely enjoy your
They are the loveliest of nuts. Have a wonderful time.
Sazia's gonna like put a hand on his face and like point to Sin, like, this one with penises, that one with nuts. This is going to be quite the journey.
I will put his nuts in my bag.
As you store the coconuts inside of your bag, making them bag nuts.
I will add that.
You will
to my
add some kind of
inventory
nut sack to your inventory.
Yep. I'll put the nuts in my sack.
More nuts in your sack. Well, that's interesting. Anyways, with that all taken care of, the nuts business taken care of, shall we meet Captain Taggart? Finally.
Yeah. I think it's about time we head back there. It's gotten a little crazy in here, and I think he's gonna be quite interested in meeting most of you.
As you all make your way back to the Phoenix, you see a rather good-sized gathering of individuals. There are 10 extra armed individuals of varying gruffness, age, and size. As well as the races don't seem to vary too much. There's humans, there are a couple extra dwarves, and there seem to be a few dragonborn. One red, one green, and one black.
And these are at the ship when we get there. They're kind of crowded around. Oh, nice.
Fixer's gonna have Hawk fly up in the air and kind of get a bird's eye view for a
Bird's
second.
eye view. Hawk will count about 10 armed individuals, as well as 5 different individuals with a series of bags and totes. 2 of which look to be coupled. The other 3 seem to be all individuals traveling alone. As you all approach, Captain Taggart comes down with his quartermaster, a small gnomish woman named Viola. And Viola... Jimmy John Slad, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the family. I hope you enjoy yourself today, my friend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Captain Taggart comes down, and you see his his quartermaster Viola has very grayish purple hair. She's definitely seen her fair share of seasons, and looks to be getting on in years. Definitely can see some reasons as to why errors would now start happening within the ship. As she comes down, she looks over, sees you, gives a nod, and continues to make her way as she heads over to the individuals who look to be boarding for transport. As she begins discussing with them, Captain Taggart looks over. Are these the ones you're bringing along?
Yeah, Captain. It seems I was able to find quite the crowd. It was it wasn't gone very long, but yeah, we've got a few here. Interested. They want to know a little bit more. They had a few questions, and I didn't know if I could answer all of them for them. They started talking about payment and things like that. But yeah, we've got looks, I don't know how many are over there, 10 or so. Looks like we got, and we've got a couple others over here, 5, 7. We got a good bunch. I tried to make you proud there, and I think I think guess who I ran into? Oh, Calron. I guess there's a bounty up for some of us, Calron.
How much?
But it's up to 75
You can
gold.
do better. I expect you to do better.
Yeah, I told Calron, I was like, 75 gold, that's nothing. It's not even worth my time. I gave him the old 1-2, his tried to bring around one of his friends again, some little old orc. I think it was I heard someone call it pocket size. That's a good word for this orc. He was a nothing. Just gave him the old 1-2. He fell down, and Calron didn't have a chance. I took his manacles, and I saw some little kids running around. They were pickpocketing him right there in the street. It was great. It was great. But yeah, here. This is, I can introduce you. I don't really know all their names yet, but it's a good group. I think you'll be happy.
Very well done. Very well done. He looks at the mass of people who've come to, and you all make your way onto the ship and make your way to the hangar bay. There will be people to guide you there. We'll have a formal meeting there. See, some of them look pretty excited and pretty intrigued. You notice as the 3 Dragonborn make their way on, 2 of them pull up large, heavy bore rifles, and the last one picks up a small minigun and just starts carrying that shit onto the ship as they all start making their way up. Captain, go ahead.
I'm going to. Sorry, I'm gonna kind of walk up to Awen and kind of whisper to him. So this Cowan fellow had a bounty on you for 75 gold. You have a bounty for 75 gold?
Yeah, it's a miscommunication, I guess you could say. Man, they might even have the wrong guy.
That doesn't matter. I was actually just wondering, why wouldn't you just kill him?
Calron? No, me and Calron go way back. I mean, he started chasing me back when it was 5 gold. So we're it's kind of a little game we play. He chases me, I beat him up and run away. It's kind of a cat and mouse type thing.
So how long ago was it when it was 5 gold?
Man, how long ago was that? Maybe a few months back. I mean, we're, like I said, we're always traveling. Months, maybe years. I've been traveling with Captain Taggart here for a while, and like you said, 75 gold's nothing. I mean, if it were more, I'd turn myself in and just settle down, and it'd be great times. But yeah,
you can see Sazia like counting in his fingers. It's like, months, years. That's actually a very different progression. You must let me know if it's months or years, sooner or later, for research purposes. Right. And then I'm just gonna walk on.
research.
If you try to get me to commit crimes so you can turn me in for a bounty, I'm going to be angry.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
I am committed.
No, that's me as a player. Vladimir has no idea.
That thought has never crossed Victor's mind.
No.
You're not worth anything yet.
Not worth anything.
Captain Taggart looks you all over and... All right. My name is Captain Taggart. This is my ship, the Phoenix. I assume you all know why you're here. We are singular-minded. If there is a ship that is worth taking, and we have the time, we will take it. We do try to not kill everyone, but it has happened when people tend to not be copacetic. If you have a problem with an occasional bout of piracy with some nasty bastards, this might not be the ship for you. However, you'll find a home here until you need to get to whatever destination you need to and hop off at the next port you feel it's time to hop off at. If you aim to hop off, the one rule, so as you don't make an enemy of the entire Pirates Guild. Don't stab us in the back.
I'm gonna
Yes.
raise my hand. How many more people can this ship fit?
Crew or passengers?
Cargo.
I can fit up to 800 tons in this ship.
Perfect. Then we are all copacetic to any sort of piracy. Well, at least I speak for my group.
Fantastic. Any questions?
Can I see the manual of the engine?
Earn my trust. Then maybe yes.
I
I'm
can
gonna
do that.
poke Law and be like, "What is this piracy they speak of?"
Yes, you, tiefling.
We have a car that we need to pick up.
If one of you can drive it to the outskirts of town, we'll pick it up there. There's no freight elevator at this dock, and I don't feel like paying extra docking fees to use a freight elevator.
Okay, I can drive it. Sassy cannot drive it.
Wait. Well, yeah, I actually didn't really want the car in there, but if you wanted to drive it, you could drive it. And I just hand her the keys. Not the same keys, I'm here.
Okay, I'll drive it.
And then I'm gonna lean into Vixter and I'm like, you could fix whatever she does to it, right?
I mean, as long as there's a car left.
So you can't. I'm just gonna lean back forward and I was like, so I guess we'll pick her up on the outskirts. Hopefully.
Sig, you want to go in the car?
Yeah, I suppose this is something I can get along with.
Okay, we're going to go on the car ride. We're best friends. Going to be so cool. Okay, I'll see you in a bit. Sassy.
Wunderbar.
Bye.
As you and Sieg leave, Dwayne kind of looks up. Your boy tells me you need a new quartermaster. As he looks over at the gnome. And I can see why. Yes, we do. What are you asking for? 15 gold a day. You see Captain Taggart give him a look that he's given a few people before, that he's kicked off the bow of the ship and watched plummet to the ground. And he looks to you, Awen.
Captain, I mean, we are looking, it's, Viola, she don't know left from right anymore, like, we could really use someone, and I think he we could test him out. I mean, just maybe give him a couple days, see what he can do.
Roll a persuasion check.
Ooh, man, that is 15 total.
Just enough. All right. 15 of gold a day. And if it doesn't work out, the next dock, I drop you off. With 2 weeks' pay. And no hard feelings. Fine. I can deal with that. Viola. As you see, she's got a notepad and a pair of large Coke bottle glasses on her head. Turns over. Huh? What? After you finish that, you have a week's vacation. See that you use it and relax. Who's going to do my work? Him. See that you get him caught up as quick as you can before you go and relax. Fine. She goes back about her work, a little annoyed, a little peeved. There's this very defined look of annoyance on her face as she starts looking the people over and checking in their things and recommending fees that they may need to make use of in the fee of boarding the ship and transport to their next location.
I want to kind of walk up to Captain Taggart and just be like, I see that you are very fair, Captain, to try this man out, and it's good that I didn't waste any whiskey on him, but he got 15 gold a day. What did normal crew get?
Crew gets 2 gold a day.
And if we earned your trust, I trust that could
Yes.
go up. Potentially. Sounds great. My name is Sazio Grass, by the way. It's a pleasure to meet you.
A pleasure. I do hope you're a good addition. Very much.
I will be. Definitely.
Excellent. Get aboard the ship. We have what we need, and we have a few leads on some interesting takes. So we'll be leaving shortly.
Great.
Alrighty.
You wouldn't happen to be heading past Zaylan, would you?
If you need to go to Zaylan, I have no problem taking care of things for the crew. Zaylan's a pretty rich place to make some easy coin. Transport some slaves, maybe sell some slaves, sell some captives in the slaves. It's always easy enough.
I'm gonna pat Fixer on the back and be like, well, whenever we get there, there's no rush to actually just straight go to Zaylan. Let's play it by ear.
Very good. As you all get yourselves ready and to the ship Sin, you and Sieg make your way back down in one of the passenger elevators as the rest get on board the Phoenix. Making your way down, look around. Looking around, you see the street is pretty filled with people. There are some people standing around where the car has been parked, as there are multiple cars around the area. They just seem to kind of be chatting, backs turned to it. It's it seems one guy is kind of leaning on the car a little bit, and the others seem to just kind of be looking around and keeping eyes out.
Do I recognize any of them?
Make a perception check.
Oh boy, I'm so good at those. So,
One minus what?
yeah, that's a -1.
Oh man.
As you
Blind.
you come down the elevator with Sieg, you get a sudden gust of wind that blows a handful of sand into your eyes, and you immediately go blind. And as you start kind of trying to clear it, as just the sand kind of grits into your eye sockets, just kind of, oh shit, not, damn it. As you try to,
Ow, ow, ow,
Is-
ow, ow,
is there
ow,
something wrong
ow,
with you?
Ow, ow.
did you not close your eyes
Sand
when the sand
hurts.
kicked up? Why would you not do this?
No.
It's like the first.
Because
It's like the first thing you do when sand
kicks.
kicks up is you close your eyes so you don't get sand in your face. So you're telling me you don't do common sense things. Alright, don't move. Here.
No.
You hear the unscrewing of a canteen as he just comes over, kicks your head back, and opens an eye and just flushes both eyes out.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty nice.
That's how you clean your eyes out when there's sand inside.
Thank you. Oh, hey, there's some people in the car.
There does appear to be so. Excuse me, the lot of you, if you would, skedoodle. See, they kind of look over, look at the car, look at you. Sorry, you're not the one who owns this. We were told to watch it.
I am now. And I hold up the keys.
They kind of look at each other and kind of, the group kind of leans in for a moment. Where's Sazia? Where's he at?
He's going on a very, very, very long trip.
Make a persuasion check. No, I'm sorry, deception check. Make a deception check.
Okay. Okay, deception. Okay, I got this. I can do this. No, I can't! Jeez! Okay. This dice is going away. That's a nat 1 again.
Dang.
Brutal.
Awen stole all the goods.
And seeing them kind of keen their eyes and kind of seeing kind of, so I don't think they believe you because that was a very shit lie, like you winked 16 times.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's the sand
Yeah,
is still in
sure.
my eyes.
Okay. Do you want to just like let them have the car and we get back on the elevator and we get the fuck out of here? I hear if you hit the close button on the doors fast enough, it will close them before someone can get into the door.
Question.
No, I want the car.
7.
How many are there?
Quick question. Do I
I
remember?
don't know. You look pretty tough. You
What'd
could
you say,
probably
Sazia?
take them, right?
Sorry, quick question. Did I remember asking anybody to watch over the car at all?
Nope. No.
Okay.
I don't know what they can do. And with it just being the two of us, there are certain things that I will fight one on many, but not people who are clearly carrying weapons on themselves. And look as, I believe the word is, bitchy, as they do.
Brutish. Yeah, no, they all look like little bitches.
Yeah.
I agree. Fine. I start pressing the
Do you
close
have the
button.
keys to the car? Okay. He's going to take the keys
Yeah,
from
I
you.
do.
And, gentlemen, why don't you have the car? And good health, and you take it with you. And, I call it a gift from Sazia. And, yeah, go have fun. And tosses them the keys. One of them grabs it. Kind of... Thank you. As you guys head up the elevator. As you guys reach the top, you hear a resounding that rocks the entire air tower, the air ducts. As
Can I
you
see what it was?
lean over the edge, you, even with your shitty passive perception, you see a small fireball where the car was.
Are the
At this
people
height,
in
it's
it?
impossible to tell. But there are two other smaller destroyed cars that were opposite sides of the parallel park. There's probably a handful of bodies all over the street. And there is teams and crews immediately going down stairwells from the air docks, as well as emergency crews making their way from all around the city, going over to this scene, as you hear the resounding hundreds of footsteps making their way.
Wow. You're really lucky, Sig.
Yeah,
High five.
and high fives. And so, is that whew. I've never been.
It seems like someone doesn't like Saz.
What kind of
I
what kind
mean-
of trouble have you and your friends
well.
gotten into?
I have done nothing wrong ever in my life. However, they kind of like got into it with like some kind of like family business. I don't know. It's really convoluted. And then when they ran away, and then they got me shot yesterday. See?
That looks like a little painful thing. Have you been properly magically healed at all?
Yes. But then they
Yeah,
told
you
me to stop
shouldn't-
poking it.
You
And
shouldn't. You
ow,
shouldn't.
ow.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't be poking it.
I mean, it kind of tickles.
Do you mind if I just alleviate a little bit more of the pain and heal you a little bit more?
I mean, do you really need to? I mean, it's fine, probably. I haven't died yet.
Just for the hell of it. And he's just going to kind of reach out and touch the wound, and you see a small light radiant glow as you feel a bit more of the ache and the pain go away as he overheals you for 5 points. Viz.
Would I heard the
yeah.
explosion?
All of you hear a resounding explosion outside of the ship.
I'm gonna give Fixer a kind of look,
Hey, come here.
like, and then I'm just gonna walk to the elevator and see if
As you
They're
walk
there.
over, you see Sieg and Sin both looking over the edge, having a conversation, and then he touches her shoulder where she was shot, and then he goes back to looking over and just...
So I'm gonna put a hand on both their shoulders. It's like, that was rather quick. Of a
that, yeah, it turns out you have people that don't like you.
Did they
Uh,
pick up the car?
No,
or-
I imagine, They probably didn't blow up the car. I imagine someone else put something on the car to make the car go boom.
Great. Excellent.
You have an interesting batch of friends.
I'm just gonna lean in. I'm gonna lean into like right between the both of them and be like, "You do owe me a car."
Well, I mean, technically, I would say we don't owe you a car because we didn't blow up the car. Someone else blew up the car, and if you had died, if you think about it, there'd be no way for you to get another car. So, yeah, no hard feelings. You're alive. The car is replaceable. It's a material thing.
Excellent. It's replaceable.
Oh, hey, did you know that your car blew?
Yeah. He told me.
Oh, sorry, I got distracted. There was a bird over there, and it looked
That's
like it was carrying like a jewel, but then it just turned out to be a really shiny rock.
Sin, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh, by the
It's
way,
just
yeah,
your
those people
friend.
didn't seem to like you.
No, it's fine. It's probably fine. The car is replaceable, but
That's
you would have
that's
to help
rather
me out
eccentric
if,
for an
you know.
assassination attempt, if you think about it. Like, who the fuck did you piss off?
It really is. I don't know. I don't really use that car that much. I mean, I ran over a couple of people yesterday, but that wasn't for me. If that's the case, if they were the ones that blew up the car, you two don't owe me a car. Law owes
See,
me
look
a
at that.
car.
Law owes you a car. That's easy peasy. Sid,
Perfect.
it appears that it is, in fact, Law who, ever that is, owes our friend Sazia here a car.
Oh, that's Law over there. Oh, by the way, this is Law Viermir, Fixer, Sazia, and your Demon Owen.
Well, it is good to meet all of you. As he makes a modded 20 persuasion check. Yeah, it is in fact Law who owes you the car.
Yes. Well, I figure someone owes me a car, and
Law's rich.
exactly. Better to owe me a car, but the person that can pay for the car. So I'm just gonna walk up to Law and then just very casually. By the way, Law, now you, besides your life, you owe me your car.
It turns out you owe me a car as well. A steel beast.
Fuck.
Anyways, and I just like kind of slap him on the back and just walk over him.
Fixer sent down Hawk just to see how fucked
okay.
up the car was.
Make an investigation check. As Sieg places his hand around Sin's upper back and the two of you just keep walking. And it's, oh, fucking A.
I forgot to actually like put my vision into Hawk because I got a nat 1.
Okay. Looking through Hawk's eyes, there is a large black plume of smoke where the car and the two that used to be around it used to be. There looks to be several smears of gore and viscera all around the area, and a large blown out wall where a small noodle shop used to be. Even with a nat 1, that's much smoke, there's probably no car left, but one could hope.
Fixer's gonna walk up to Saskia, put a hand on his shoulder, and say, "There had to be a car for me to fix it. There's no car."
I realize this now. That's okay. We'll find another way.
Alrighty. As you all make your way aboard the Phoenix for the first time, and it begins to make its way out of Oasis, there is a meeting that you all are attending, where you see the other 10 individuals standing in the hangar bay. And as the Phoenix takes off, the hangar bay lowers and opens. And the drop bay retracts underneath, leaving these 10 men standing at the edge of an open fall down to the very bottom. It is this fall that you have seen a few times when new crew members are brought on Awin. This is a test. As you get a look, Captain Taggart asks only one question. Why? Why are you here to join this crew?
I assume we're part of this group.
You guys are, but Captain Taggart has already deemed you all passing.
It's the muscles.
Sick, is it just me, or do you, like, really get the urge to run and, like, kick them in the butt over the edge?
And then I could can I hear that? Are you like close to me?
Yes.
I'd be like, that actually sounds like an excellent idea. I would fully endorse that.
As you as you watch this, Captain Taggart gives a look over, and only 4 of the individuals pass. You see one very thin, emaciated human. One what appears now to be a half-elf with very with what looks to be kind of force-rounded ears. One halfling that seems to have escaped your views. Yep.
Makes sense, he's small.
And the last is one, what, as you see now, what was actually a human changes into a very Leith gray, pale-eyed, silver-haired entity in light clothes, being one changeling. As the 4 of them pass, you watch as some of the more higher-ranking members of the crew stand in front of the 6 others, this including the Dragonborn. And as they do, you watch as they bring their hands together and clap. And as they do, you watch as these 6 other individuals get flung off 15 feet off the edge of the hangar bay and are thrown into the air as they plummet to their deaths. Nope.
Featherfall.
No featherfall on them.
Kicking would have been cooler.
Senior crew members just come up as they have failed their test, clap them off with a thunder wave. I don't remember the spell. And
did we steal their weapons?
Their weapons are for the sands.
Terrible pirates.
Can I rush over to the side of the boat?
You're standing at the edge with them, so you can look over, and you watch as the fall takes what seems like forever, but is in the short span of 6 seconds as they just turn into little dots, and you see a puff of sand erupt for a brief moment, and then nothing. No movement, not even a dot of where they were.
Whoa.
So how far did
500
they
feet.
fall? I mean, roughly
500 feet.
500.
They should have held on better.
I give that landing a solid 2 out of 10.
Yeah, it lacked a lot of pizzazz. I bet you could fall better. Like, you look like you'd be really stylish.
Probably, but let's not try that today.
Yeah.
No, there were more than 2 people that fell. You're not good at math, are you?
No. It was like a rating system.
Oh,
So,
rating
like,
what?
rating how
the-
well
the
they fell.
style. Exactly.
They all fell the same.
Yeah,
The
but they could
hangar
have
base
fallen much
slides
cooler.
back into position as you get the last view. Captain Taggart looks at you all. In 2 hours, all of you report for duties. Yes, I did say
He's a
duties.
duty.
Sometimes I'm surprised why you find these things interesting, but then again, I'm not that surprised.
Yeah, they're probably gonna make you do hard work. It's gonna, like, ruin your skin.
Oh, I shut it off anyways. It's fine.
Oh, yeah. You do? Can I keep your skin?
What
You should only keep the skin of
I
things
don't
you've
know
killed.
yet. I'll figure something out. It'll look cool, though.
I
One does not
normally
keep
don't.
the skin of freely given. You must earn it.
Let's say that. Yeah.
It's the-
Let's...
I got to earn it. So I
Yes.
just attack you in the middle of the night while you're sleeping?
If you are able to stalk me as such.
No,
then
not
yes.
you.
Perhaps. I've come across many prey like that.
That's...
Oh.
And with that, as the ship pulls away and makes its way to its next destination, over the next few hours, all of you are called up and reporting to the bridge. As you get there, you see the bridge is a very grandiose room with a large open, currently glass shielding that seems to have slid from its position around into the edge. It has a nice roof that overhangs and has several holding supports to keep it from collapsing in on itself. You notice there are about 13 individuals on the bridge manning different stations, and one central pilot who stands at the helm and receives call-outs from the navigators all around the ship, giving them information on what is ahead. Normally, this is where Captain Taggart would be. But as you approach, he hands it off to his XO, who takes over, which you notice is a tiefling of a deep, deep blue complexion and very violet eyes. His horns kind of long and what's the word? Eccentric, as they start from the forehead, jut outward, shoot back, and then seem to kind of spiral a little bit as they go the full way back. As he takes over, Captain Taggart comes over to you all, and I'll have a very special set of roles for you all. I need each of you to make your way to the deck, and I need you all to keep eyes out for any transports for the next 48 hours. Take rests and shifts as you need them, and anything that looks worth taking, report back here. If you don't want to do this, you can scrub the deck, clean sheets, cook food, or, well, polish the hull while we're in transit. Please, take your pick. Yes?
Are you sure you want me to look? I get easily distracted.
Learn to focus.
I can try, but I can't guarantee anything. You should probably pair me up with someone who's really good
You
at
have
looking.
your whole team with you, and I'm sending Awen to keep watch over you all and help you in any way he can.
Okay. I called dibs on Sig.
Right. Okay. Yeah, sure.
I actually have a couple of more questions for Awen, so why don't we go find ourselves a little lookout?
Oh, are you going to go out by yourself, just you and him?
Sin, no more wild ideas. Not in transit.
I mean, that's how you get the most interesting places.
Are you going to go out all by yourself with Sieg?
Yes. Maybe. I'm open to many ideas.
Well,
Are you saying you are not interested in Sig?
At this point, Sieg just makes his way out into the
just
deck,
gonna walk
shaking
away.
his head, just... Oh, boy.
Okay, I'm coming to...
You, Fixer.
Yes.
Ooh, keep watch together.
Okay. You
No,
mean
I'm just
Hawk.
kidding. I'm going with
Oh,
You're an
okay.
idiot.
That makes sense. I'll
Fixer,
stick
why
with
don't
Hawk.
why don't you come with? I think Viamir could use someone else around. That's not just me. I think we should broaden your horizons, Viamir, and get you to rely on other people other than just me. It's good to.
No, I work for you.
What about the new guy, Awen? He can do that, right?
He's going with Salzir.
I have a feeling this will be good. You can bring Hawk along, and I will sing some ditties.
Okay.
And make sure to pass the time.
Okay, I can deal with that.
Great. God, I hate my family sometimes. Anyhow, as you all make your way out onto
So,
the
when
deck,
we-
the outer deck is actually quite finely crafted. It is a firm and well polished and treated mahogany that lines the outer deck. The rest of it is encased by a very well-defined steel that is a blend of normal steel as well as a new substance referred to as Durasteel. This kind of thicker, heavier plating, but it's a little bit more. It's much lighter and easier to apply to airships, allowing them much better defensive qualities and better combat capabilities. As you stand out there, looking around, taking it all in, you're all about separated 15 feet from each other, and currently the only ones on the deck for the moment. Okay.
Like, go to the east.
I'm gonna head to the other
All right.
side with Awen if.
There's
Is there
no
a
crow's
crow's
nest.
nest?
No, it is flat, and as you kind of look
Damn it.
around, you notice that it is only flat because the armor plating that covers the outer deck has been retracted along with the windows that lead to the bridge.
Let's go to the bow of the ship,
Yeah,
Sig.
sure. I'm okay if it's going to Zabao.
Are you good at seeing things? Because I'm very good. I
Yeah,
get
I'm
distracted easily.
fairly skilled. at my own things, I've got a pretty good perception.
Okay, so I will help you because I am not good at seeing things
Wunderbar.
ever.
With that, as Sin and Sig make their way to the bow, who wants to go?
Fixer's gonna take a quick look around to see where like the engine and stuff are, and then he'll send out Hawk to look around the ships.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Oh, what's my modifier?
23.
That is a 23.
Giving a look over the edge, you see at the rear of the ship there is indeed a small series of engines. As well, here on both port and starboard side, there are two smaller, sleek twin engines. For a total estimated, you believe, there's at least two on each side. So 2 on starboard, 2 on port. Total of 4 on the sides. And at the rear, up until you were to head to the rear, you estimate there could be anywhere between 6 and 12 engines in the rear for a destroyer class, depending on the speed of this vessel. This ship could have up to 18 engines, setting it far apart from many others. The design of this ship as well is a very narrow triangular shape. At the rear, it kind of bows out maybe about 100 or maybe about a good 250 feet and kind of narrows up to about 100 feet at the nose of the ship. It has a very sleek design, and as you're kind of giving a look, you notice the side, both port and starboard side, have 4 turrets each, and there are 2 large cannons at the on turrets on top of the bridge, and there are 2 large turreted 4-barreled cannons on the deck of the ship, that if the armor plating was to come out, the armor plating would warp itself around these cannons, leaving just the barrels exposed, and the turret housing. It is a nothing hull mounted. No, no. I'm sorry. Yes, hull mounted. The side, the starboard and port turrets are hull mounted, giving a 180-degree firing arc on both port and starboard side, with 4 turreted cannons. Although the 2 deck guns will only go 180 degrees front, left and right, whereas the bridge cannons will go a full 360 degrees.
Not knowing what's valuable, I don't know what direction we're traveling. I said east because that's where the mother tree is. I would assume.
You guys are currently starboard side. Okay.
Starboard
you guys
side.
are currently headed north, out of Hegan, passing the large mountain range that you had passed through not that long ago.
So I assume east is on the
Oh
starboard
God!
side.
Now you're asking me.
Ish.
I used to know this by well.
Pretty sure port is left and starboard is right.
I believe so.
I have to look it up.
I have
I have to
no
look it up. Oh God! Oh God! Port side is
The leg
port is
tights
left.
hang from the ceiling.
Starboard is right side. So you are on the eastern side at the moment. Yes.
See, I remember because port is 4 letters
Yes,
and so is
it's a good
left.
way to remember it, Keeping a lookout. Hawk, go ahead and make a perception check for Hawk.
And I'll look out, and I don't know what's valuable, so I guess whatever I see, I'll be like, "Is this valuable, Law? Hey, Law, is this valuable?
That's a
valuable?
that's a rock. It's a. I'm not seeing any ships at the moment. 19. Okay.
Hawk got a 19.
Good to know. Roll a
You want me
perception,
to
sure.
roll?
$17. Okay,
17.
good to know. All right, Awen and Sazia.
So while I'm there, I'll be like, Ewan, before I asked you that question about why not kill the bounty hunter, have you killed for Captain Taggart before?
I mean, it's we like the captain said, we try not to kill when we don't have to. I mean,
But you do.
Yeah, I mean, it's if it comes down to it, you know, if it's best for the crew. I mean, sometimes we try not to make it terrible. You saw those guys; they kind of just went out the back of the ship there, and they kind of fell. I mean, I can't clap my hands like that and do anything, but
you have a quarterstaff that I see. Do you just beat people to death? Punch them to death?
I mean, when I need to defend myself, I use the quarterstaff. I'm pretty good with my hands. I kick someone, I get my foot over my head. Check this out. Ooh. And sometimes you throw an elbow or two. It's whatever you got to do to keep yourself safe,
But what if you're the aggressor? Say, since, you're part of a pirate ship, you'd have to be the aggressor at some time.
I mean, I listen to what Captain Taggart says. I mean, he's looked out for me for a long time, and if he tells me to go in there and rough him up a little bit, just to get the job done, sometimes you got to go in and put a couple people on their backs, and then you can get whatever the goods are.
So you're telling me that you don't really kill people, yet you've garnered a bounty of 75 gold?
Yeah, it's pretty low. I mean, you need to, like Taggart said, I got to keep working my way up there. There's plenty of people who've got a little bit more than that.
Yeah, definitely. Killing someone would actually definitely raise that bounty.
No, yeah, like I said, I mean, just a lot of the times you don't need to kill them. I mean, if you just kind of knock them out, then if you're taking something from them or just trying to get the point across, it's really all you need to do. I mean, you look at Calron down there. He's not chasing me right now, and
he will chase you again.
Yeah,
There's people that would definitely come back for you or try to, retaliate and everything. I'm sure all of the Pirates Guild would have some sort of accord to, not shirk away from killing.
I mean, we look out for each other. I mean, if we do our best not to get captured. I mean, if you get captured, that bounty goes down. You got to start all over. So you gotta play the game, and Captain Taggart, he's helped me out in a pickle a few times, and some of the other crewmates, and like I said, I mean, if you don't have to kill, well, there's no need to, but we'll I don't know what's gonna happen. I've been with Taggart for a long time, and he's never led me astray. So,
but you do want your own ship.
Oh yeah, of course. Captain Taggart, said they might have a ship ready for me. Just just proving myself and seeing what I can do to
raising that bounty.
I just do the jobs that I'm told. Captain Taggart told me go out there, find some crew, find some passengers. He'd put them to the test and see what we needed, and I was only out there for an hour. I brought back, there's, 7 of you guys, and, I put on a good show with that Cowron down there, and, looked like we got 10 more. I mean, maybe only 4 more, but there were 10, so I think that counts towards the total. I'm not sure.
Right now, I would, at this point, like, even though we were, like, looking out in the distance and talking, this time I'm just gonna stare right at him. He's like, Captain Taggart just ordered his men to drop 6 people from the hangar of the ship, effectively killing them. He has his own ship. When you have your own ship, would you be capable of doing something like that?
Like I said, I mean, Captain Taggart's also he's also a good guy. We brought Dwayne on the ship, and he's giving him a fair chance. And maybe he's gonna, if things don't work out, he'll drop him off at a port. And it was a good run. And sometimes you don't have to always kill people. You can, I mean, if it's just a simple. If you can have a discussion, I mean, that's where you got to start. Sometimes you just got to talk to people and get your point across. And, if it comes down to it, maybe you have to part ways and you give a good old, you don't have to kill. But
what would you know if he's actually going to drop him off at the port, or just drop him at the port?
I mean, Captain Taggart's he's usually a man of his word. Like I said, I've followed him around for quite some time. I'm significantly older than Taggart. So I've not only have I been around his ship, but I've been around several ships, with other captains. And like I said, Taggart's been taking care of me for a while now. And if he says he's going to drop him off at port, I don't see why he wouldn't.
I find you very interesting, Naywin. You're a very earnest elf, being on a pirate ship, and if you were ever going to captain a ship, you wouldn't really captain it like a pirate, would you?
I would do my thing. I would try to get a good crew like the crew we got here, and just try to do what we can to help the people. And you keep throwing piracy out there. I mean, you do have to make a living, so sometimes you gotta do a little bit of wrong to do a little bit of right. And but you don't have to kill. You don't. I mean, there's times we fought some things. I mean, there's things out there that aren't human, and there's creatures, and we fight for our food sometimes, but you gotta be careful. You don't know who you're gonna run into. You might run into a Cowron yourself, and you might start working your way up the bounty board there.
And I would kill my own Cowron.
So
would have to chase me again.
Yeah, but there's always going to be a Cowron. I mean, that's just how it goes. I mean, I've bested this Cowron many times, and I learned the ways. If I had to learn the ways of another bounty hunter, then it just makes things difficult and takes away my time from being able to help the captain, with the ship. And it's just easier just to run into Cowron every now and again. He's always got some new lackey with him, and it's that half orc. Yeah, he was quite the joke. I mean, you give him a little 1-2, and he fell down. He's might as well have just been laying down when I met him. It was just that easy.
Well, I would like to say that since we're crewmates now, I would definitely want to make sure that you will get your bounty up. Yes?
Yeah.
And make sure that you're not captured.
Oh, that's good to hear. Yeah, we definitely don't want to be captured, and I hope, yeah, be looking out for you guys.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, definitely. And then I'm just gonna try to scan for anything valuable as well.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Let's see. That is That is
Okay.
11.
So we had an 18, 17, and 11.
And the worst one of all, yes. And meanwhile, Sazi is still doing numbers with his hands. You can kind of see him count certain things out.
All right, Sieg. Okay. Alrighty. As you all spend the next handful of hours keeping eyes out and keeping a keen eye on the horizon, the first time any of you have been on an airship, traveling at a fairly good speed, feeling the wind in your hair and watching the sky pass by, you see the very first of your own crimson sunset. As it dips beyond the horizon, the sky is lit in a brilliant red flame. And this time, as you look off in the opposite direction to the west, you watch the moons come up. Both twin moons rising. Into the evening air, the stars begin to light your way. That is where we're going to end tonight's session. With everyone aboard the Phoenix, down a car, and
down my car.
And everyone together solidly, which will leave for a solid starting point next week, where we will have everybody together, right? Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I love it.
And Law the player will find out that
I think he's been watching. Let's see. Knight Rider is watching, so he knows.
By the way, I do. Yeah. I do have a question though. From before, you said that Anna gave Law a pistol.
Everyone has a pistol. It is a 1d6 like pistol. Requires your dexterity to use. Yeah. Pistols are the easiest firearm to use, so you are all proficient. It has 8 rounds in its magazine, and it does require a reload, so you have 8 rounds and 1 spare magazine for the pistol. And it goes 60 to 120 feet, effectively. And with that, everyone, thank you so much for joining us this evening for our second episode here of Crimson Skies. It, as always, has been a major pleasure to run this. I do love this crew. This is a fantastic group. I think this is a great mishmash of characters, and everyone seems to have a very go at the flow mentality.
Dude, I want to roll my intimidation soon. I have a intimidation.
We'll get there. As that is it for the evening. But everyone, I do just want to say one more thing. If you live in the United States and you are celebrating Thanksgiving tonight, this Thursday, please, if you drink and get a little tipsy, get a little buzzed, sleep it off. Sleep it off. Your friends may draw some funny pictures on your face, and if they do, are they your friends?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Your family won't care if you sleep on a couch, right? Like, Thanksgiving is the holiday where it's okay to have a food coma. So, if you drink, please don't drive. Please sleep it off before you head home. Make sure that you are in a condition to drive home. And if you are not, there is always Lyft or Uber. And if you don't have a Lyft or an Uber, ask your family member if it's okay for you to crash at their place until you sober up. It is not. It is.
Save some money first.
Absolutely, and
Don't
there is no
ruin
reason
it.
to risk your life on driving drunk in the lives of everyone else on the road. There's no need for that. Home is home, and you'll get there eventually. So there's no rush. But have a wonderful Thanksgiving, everybody. I will see you guys Friday-ish, Saturday-ish for potentially D&D, but I will definitely see you guys Sunday for more D&D. Have a wonderful rest of the week. Have a safe Thanksgiving and a great night.
Guys.
Bye.
Yeah.
Enjoy the